Bieber? Justin Bieber has a run-in with the local police again. Now let's go to the studio with your two hosts, Dalen Welch and Jonathan Hemphill.
Good afternoon. I'm your host, Dalen Welch, and seated next to me, as always, is my co-host, Jonathan Goodhines, or should I say the Robin, to me being Batman. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this weekend was packed full of excitement, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. So Robin, Jonathan, what's good in Hollywood's nightlife?
First of all, if I was any Robin, I'd be Dick Grayson. Long since graduated at Nightwing. I'm not your sidekick. I'm not Jason Todd getting beat up by the Joker.
It's a compliment.
All right, whatever. Look, basically, this weekend, Justin Bieber started his Believer tour. And all the crazy little girls ran out to go see it. But the exciting news is what happened after the show. That night, he was driving home. For some reason, he left his driver somewhere, and he drove home himself. The cops pulled him over for suspected drinking and driving. Boom, he got hostile and irate right up in the cop's face, started rah. This is really good news.
Good news how?
Because since he got all hostile and was drinking and fighting with cops, we can now deport him.
Okay.
We can kick him out of America.
Okay.
Get him back to Canada.
No, seriously, like him, irate and hostile, like we've both seen this guy. Like 5'5", 110 pounds?
If that.
Him being mad is like the Girl Scout outside of Walmart getting mad I didn't buy those Thin Mint cookies.
You didn't buy Thin Mint cookies?
No, I didn't.
You didn't buy the Thin Mints?
I don't
They're
like
Thin
them.
Mints. You always buy the Thin Mints.
Look, come on, I don't.
They're Thin Mints.
But still, him being that mad, I don't think I don't think that's grounds for deportation.
No,
look,
but
anyway, we're gonna take it outside the studio for a quick interview with his father.
He's a father?
Hi, I'm Ro, and thank you for joining us for TTB Live. Seated next to me, we have Jeremy Bieber, Justin Bieber's father. So, Jeremy, Justin Bieber's been in the news a lot lately, and unfortunately, it's all bad news. Can you shed some light on the subject?
Okay, look, at the stuff that happened last week was the blowout of the promotion. Believe me, after leaving a show, he chose to ride home in person instead of his driver doing so. And what later pulled over for no apparent reason. As his father, you believe me, this is the whole truth.
The whole truth? I mean, it says here he was arrested for DUI and he was resisting arrest. I mean, those are pretty serious accusations. And it says, look, we have a picture here taken by paparazzi where he's resisting arrest. I mean, look at that.
Okay, the picture makes it seem like he was pulled up a fight, but it really was that he was trying to put back the morality. This was just bad picture taking out the content. From my understanding, he was asked to step out of the car, but it feels like he was being harassed. So they actually arrested him. And you asked me, is what it really, because he did not allow them to search the car.
It seems like he's becoming more and more of a problem. Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, this isn't his first incident with the law.
But at the end of the day, he's still the kid, trust me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody gets in trouble now and then. Well, on that note, we'd like to thank Jeremy Bieber for joining us today, and please take us back to the studio.
I guess it's true what they say. Justin really is the apple of his father's eye. As pathetic as that is.
I can understand that. You know, your son is worth millions. I would love you too if you were worth millions. But aside from that,
I love you too.
I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe you can help me out. From the last time we met Jeremy, he looks a little different.
It's the hair. It's very sleek, shiny.
I knew it was something. I couldn't put my finger on it. That's what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I couldn't tell. You know, they have such a striking resemblance. Yeah.
His father, it just seems like it's not so much his father as Justin Bieber's #1 fan, and it's kind of pathetic.
Come on. Well, as a parent, shouldn't you always support your kids in anything?
There's a difference between supporting your kids and enabling your kids. And Jeremy has clearly crossed the line to enabling his kids.
How do you enable someone who literally pays you to be there? Like, his son makes more than him. How do I enable you?
Your belt.
That's not enabling.
You gotta
That's
beat some.
beating.
You gotta beat some sense into the kids sometimes. I'm telling you, it works.
Well, look, you have to understand. Okay, he's young, he's rich. Obviously, I know not in your opinion, but everyone else, he's obviously talented.
No, he's not.
He has
He's
to be.
not. He's not.
He's selling out shows.
No. People go to the shows because he's a little blonde kid and like, oh, that girl's cute. Then they get there and they're like, oh, that's a guy. Why did I come? They think it's Miley Cyrus.
Look, if you, like, in my opinion, if you can sit somewhere for 2 hours and wait till this artist shows up,
okay, you're
you
talking
have
about
to
the
be doing
incident
something
in
right.
Australia.
You have to be
You're
doing
talking
something right.
about that. Well, after that, nobody in Australia buys any more of his CDs. And the only reason they waited 2 hours is because the train stopped going and they were stuck there. And did he care?
Okay.
No.
Look, anyway, I have another great surprise.
Surprise?
Outside the studio.
Oh, God, what is the surprise?
Hi, Selena. Thank you for joining us. Now, before we begin, I just have to say my co-host Jonathan has a huge crush on you. Like,
Oh.
huge.
Well, that's a sweet, I guess.
Okay. Well, so I'm sure you've heard of Justin Bieber's arrest. So
Yes, yeah.
what can you tell us about the behavior of your boyfriend?
Okay, well, first of all, he is definitely not my boyfriend. It's kind of insulting that people think that we are together. He is definitely acting like a small child, throwing his little tantrums around the world, going to all these fancy places, and then complaining about what he's doing and that all of his fans are always there. And you can't blame them that they want to take a picture with you or that they want to be around you, but he, of course, just disregards them and spits all over them, and it's just terrible.
You're not boyfriend and girlfriend? Because everyone's been saying that Justin and Selena, they're back together.
We are not together. I do not want to be associated with that little girl anymore. Of the two of us, he is more emotional than I am. I mean, he goes and he complains about these things on TV, and he's just so emotional around all these people and can't take it. And so then he goes and sleeps with prostitutes, and then he has his little pet monkey because he can't find other friends.
He has a pet monkey?
He had a pet monkey, but then his pet monkey probably got too tired of him and left him because he can't make real friends in the real world. Honestly, though, he's a waste of time. Nobody should be a fan of him, and I definitely am all for deporting Bieber. I mean, I am all for it. Let's just take him away from here because honestly, he's not American, and he's making America seem like it's this bad place, and it may not be. And I'm at my wit's end. I couldn't take it. If I really wanted to be in a relationship with him again, it would never happen. He would just completely ignore all of my
But you stayed for them for so long. Why?
Because I felt bad for him. Who wouldn't feel bad for him?
You seem to have like a lot of anger towards him.
I hate him.
Whoa! That's not
Bieber.
him.
Deport
It's a
Bieber.
chair.
Deport
The chair didn't do
Bieber.
anything to you. Okay,
Deport
Selena's
Bieber.
obviously having some trouble.
Deport,
We have to go
deport,
back to the
deport.
studio. Calm down.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She said I was sweet. Did you hear this? Selena Gomez said I was sweet. Did you hear that? I think this is like the greatest day. Selena Gomez said this.
So I take it you like the surprise.
Dude, why wasn't I interviewing her? I
Okay.
should have been out there.
Now,
I would only have one question.
yeah.
Would you marry me?
No, I wouldn't.
Not
I wouldn't.
you?
Oh,
Selena Gomez.
Anyway, the reason for the surprise, I gave you two different sides
I love her.
of the same story. Somewhere lies the truth. Now you have
Whatever
the
Selena
dad.
says is the truth.
You have his dad. Of course, he can do no wrong. Of course, you know, you're giving me money. We're partying. We're hanging out. That's cool. Then you have, from what it sounded like to me, a girlfriend
You don't speak
scorned.
ill of my future bride.
She was very upset.
She had every right to be. She hadn't met me yet. Of course she's gonna be upset.
If it's a mutual breakup, why would you be so upset?
Because she's looking for me and hasn't found me. But
Okay.
now that she knows I exist.
Now let's not take the
Okay.
surprise too far.
Look, the Justin Bieber thing, which I don't even know why that's still relevant, but he's just an overgrown child who had everything handed to him. He's a spoiled little brat, and he doesn't deserve our attention. I think we should really rename the show I Love Selena Gomez.
Okay, I think we'll have to talk to executives about that. But overgrown child, look, he's still a little kid. I wouldn't say a child. He's a young adult. You have
He
money.
doesn't act like it.
money,
He has no
fame.
maturity.
Why do you need maturity? You're worth millions.
Because maturity is what lets you be an adult. He's not an adult. He's a spoiled little brat.
Well, I guess. On that note, we have to wrap it up. I'm your host, Dalen Welch.
I'm Jonathan Gomez. I love you, Selena.
Next time on Tracking the Bieber, Justin Bieber spotted in a dance club throwing loads of money.